Good afternoon, Oklahoma. Jay Swick broadcasting live from Metro Technology Centers here for the Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Spring Sports Media Day session. Very excited about today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to go over a lot of different sports, talk to different coaches, athletes about their specific programs, and learn a lot about them as the spring sports season gets underway very, very soon. We need to shout out our sponsors. We wouldn't be here without the help of our sponsors: TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We thank you very much for your support for Oklahoma City Public School athletics and spring athletics like we're going to be talking about today. Today we're covering spring sports like baseball, tennis, golf, track and field, and esports. Now, we're not going to be able to get to all of them today, but we will pick it back up on Wednesday for, the ones that we don't get through today. But in front of me is a very special group, the Capitol Hill Red Wolves esports team. How we doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. I want to learn everything there is to learn about esports. I am so interested in the sport itself. It's evolving so quickly. We are joined by Coach Lisa Johnson, Osvaldo Barrera, Jorge Duran Diaz, and Jonathan Palomino Garcia. Now, I need to ask Jonathan what it's like to be named Athlete of the Month by the Oklahoma City Public School District for the month of December. From my understanding, you made the state tournament in the winter sports season for esports, but now we've got the spring esports season upon us. What was that like?
It was really exciting. I was really happy that I was able to qualify again.
Well, I want to learn more just about the esports in general. Coach, when was it established? How did you become coach, and how did you get involved?
It was established with our building 4 years ago. So this is, I believe, our fourth school year to have esports. I got involved because it kind of fell in my lap. The classroom that I was assigned to was also the esports classroom last year. We had the previous coach was no longer there. No one had taken ownership of the team yet. And I was like, if they're in my class, they might as well be on my roster. We had another coach last year with us, but he wasn't a teacher. He was other staff on faculty, so they had to have a teacher of record. So it just kind of fell in my lap. And a lot of the players I've had in previous classes of mine that I taught, and so they were really nervous about losing the team and losing, the progress that they had made. And I was like, I reassured them that we're gonna make sure that we'll figure out how to make this work. So it kind of just fell in my lap, and I took it and I ran with it, and they're doing a fantastic job. So I'm really proud of these guys.
So I'm late to the party. It's been around for years now.
Yeah.
And it feels like you guys are really competing at a high level, and I've heard a lot of good things about these athletes next to you. What makes this group special?
They listen. They stay on top of their game. They are open to feedback. They're open to change. They're willing to step in and take leadership roles where I absolutely am not good at. I don't game. I don't know the video games. And so all of the performance and all of the good things that they're doing in competition is purely an example of their own work and their own leadership skills that they bring to the team. Because I give them the tools to be a leader, and they take that and they improve the team by the decisions that they're making by like for the Smash team, because we have several titles that we play, and so they have to decide which 5, because we have, I think, probably 12 active players, and who's challenged enough or who's performing well enough. And it's a lot of the stuff, the performance that our teams do, it's based on the leadership.
Collectively get to make that decision together. I think like the viewers, the listeners want to know more insight on esports. First of all, what can you tell us about esports that most people don't know? And I'll start with you, Osvaldo.
Well, esports is it's a very big game that relies on teamwork and communication. You need to be able to be comfortable enough with your teammates to be able to communicate and receive criticism and improve your gameplay.
Now, are you guys playing multiple games? Is it? Yeah.
Yes,
So
multiple.
what are your typical games that you guys are playing when you're competing against other schools?
We have multiple teams. We have Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Fortnite, Apex Legends. And I think that's about it.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jonathan, talk to me about your experience with the esports team at Capitol Hill, and how did you get involved, and what do you like most about competing?
I think specifically with like the game that I play, I just like what made it kind of like known that I like really liked it. It was a game that I talked about a lot, and then a friend once came up to me and said that we had an esports team here, and I decided to go try it out. I wasn't expecting anything really. I wasn't expecting to actually join the team. I just wanted to go in there to like have fun. I
Yeah.
just wanted to play games. That's the way I thought about it usually. I wasn't really too competitive about it. And then I saw we had 2 really good players last year that have already graduated, but they like showed me like how like competitive the game can be, how good you can like get. They opened my eyes to like a whole new scene, which I thought was really fun, since I've always been really competitive but never like followed through with it or anything. So
Now, are you playing every game, or how do you guys kind of come up with who plays what?
well, we really go into our own interests and stuff. Like I said, I've always been to Smash Bros a lot, and so I became the captain of that game. These guys are freaking fantastic at their games. My apologies. They're really good at the games that they play, and they seem to have a lot of fun with that. There isn't really like a set like system that we lead. Like, well, we just kind of like go into our own games.
Yeah, and you work
Just
together and
bullshit.
kind of
Yeah.
decide who's doing what. Jorge, talk to me about practice, and then what a game day scenario is like when you go and compete against another team. How long does the game go on? How do you decide who wins and who loses? How long is an entire game day experience?
So, depending on what game you're playing, for my game, Marvel Rivals, we run 3 games. And throughout those 3 games, if the team that wins 2 games is the winner of that game. And for how long it usually goes on is around 30 to 40 minutes per game.
Okay.
Then for how we go about how we play and stuff is we just decide what we want to run. Like, there's multiple roles in the game, like supporting in characters, like damaging characters and shielding characters. We decide how many of each we want, and we play which role we want. Obviously, we decide what we want to do and what we're best at. And for practices, we have different practices for different days for every practice. And through those practices, we just run games with each other, play games. We try to see what we can improve on in those games, and that's pretty much all we do.
Well, what do you love most about competing with other people at esports? Does it get pretty competitive? Is there trash talking involved? How do you kind of deal with that when you compete against other? Because I'm sure it gets really competitive.
It does get competitive, and there is trash talk, but we try to keep it mostly
Yeah.
clean. So, and I don't really know how to really explain how it goes. It's I think you could do more.
If
with
I
it.
may interject about
Yeah.
the community and everything, while it is incredibly competitive, it's actually not too there's no like malice like anywhere.
Right,
There's
it's
no,
not
like,
malicious.
it's not malicious.
It's a friendly
Yeah,
competition,
exactly. And actually, like with a lot of the schools, a lot of the opponents that I've met who are like incredible at the games that
It is a
play.
very
It's
good place
really
to make friends.
fantastic community. Actually, like with other schools, I've made a lot of friends. Actually, I still hang out with some people. I think that's what I really like about it. Like no matter how competitive it is, we keep our own personal feelings aside from the games itself. Obviously, whenever I'm faced against my other opponent, no matter who it is, if it's a friend or if it's even a teammate, because that can happen sometimes, I go all out. I don't think about it too much. But even then, there's never been any malice anywhere. It's really nice.
that's good. I mean, when competing, you want to compete in a positive environment. When it gets malicious, it just defeats the purpose. Oswaldo, what are some team goals that you and your team have? What's the end game in a perfect world? What are you trying to achieve?
We're trying to improve how we all play, be able to communicate well with each other, and just be able to win games in general.
What would you say goes into evaluating each other's performance? If somebody that do you sub them out? And you put Jonathan in. I mean, how do you
Go over our games, talk about some stuff, how we went, what we could have done better, improve overall.
They really get to our heads, really. Every single, which is pretty exciting.
Jorge, do you ever get nervous before the competitions?
Absolutely.
How do you deal with that?
Just start thinking about what could happen if I do win and how I help my team, and that just helps me calm down.
Coach, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
How does coaching esports compare to traditional sports?
I think all sports provide some layer of sports provides that not a lot of the other sports do are actually work-based learning experience, like transferable skills into workplace. So the things that they're doing in esports and that hand-eye coordination and the skills that they're learning on the keyboards and or with the controllers, if you get into certain fields like trades fields. So I also am part of the Construct My Future internship program. So a lot of the trades require you to run like machinery with the same kind of concepts. And so one thing that they're getting out of it, not only are they getting those soft skills, but there's actual technical skills that they're gaining in the process too.
What would you say is been the toughest thing for you, because you took over with very little esports experience? How do you feel about your evolution as a coach and kind of where you're at right now? And I'm sure you're learning quite a bit from these gentlemen sitting next to you.
I would say the growth of the students, to see that turnaround, to see the strength of the teams, because we're performing on really great levels, and especially when you have a coach that has never played a single one of these games ever, and to see their team perform and do well at tournaments and even bring home some. Like, we brought home some ACAC titles, and we have taken students to state on a couple different game titles. And so to be able to see the growth of the students, I think has been the biggest turnaround, especially because it's student-led. It literally is. Their performance, their accolades come from themselves. And I think that's the coolest thing, is to see them take ownership of the program, to see them take ownership of the classroom, and to see those skills improve and grow every single day. Like the beginning of the year to now, they're completely even stronger students. All three of these guys sitting here, along with some of the other guys on the team, is just watching them grow up and find their identity and find their leadership skills within, I think has been the biggest turnaround that I've seen.
Guys, what is it like to have that kind of trust and that type of support from your coach? Because I think that's amazing from Coach Johnson, is what she's saying. She trusts you guys, and she believes in, and she's going to try and support you in any way, shape, or form. What's it like competing under her tutelage?
It really makes me want to just improve more. Like having that trust makes me want to be better and live up to that trust or pride.
having so much high expectations like go out from you. Not to say like there's so much to be expected from you, but like to see somebody like see so much potential in us is amazing. It feels great. She puts in a lot of work for us all the time. I feel like every single day she's always stressing out about something. I think it's really funny.
Well, it's because she cares.
Yeah,
It's because she cares.
She does so much for her team. Like,
Oswaldo, talk to me about team chemistry. Now, I'm sure it's depending on whatever specific game you're competing in, but is there single player competitions, or are there team players where you guys are competing against other teams as a team, if that makes sense?
My game specifically, Overwatch, is a team-based game. Yeah, Smash is a single-player game, but there's also crew battles, which is also a team.
there's multiple rule sets of that. Kind of
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
on a season.
Well, are you getting a lot of support from your classmates and from some of your peers at school? Because I would be one of your number one fans. I would be probably at the competition holding the sign saying, "Hey, Oswaldo, you're the best." What's been the response from some of your peers at school?
We do get a lot of support from everybody, from our coaches and from all of our teammates, especially from Jonah over here. He gets super excited. We all always cheer each other on and hope for the best for each other.
Well, again, Jonathan, I mean, Tanner came up and told me you were athlete of the month in the month of December, and you made the state tournament. What's this year been like for you?
It's been really shocking, actually, to see. Like, I'm really happy about it. It's been chaotic, but seeing so much stuff fall into place that, like, seeing a lot of my work pay off was, I think, one of the best things.
Well, do you guys have any aspirations to keep going once you graduate? Are there college opportunities to become a collegiate esports competitor? Is that something you envision yourself becoming?
Originally, I didn't see myself really getting into esports, but honestly, from how it's been amazing I started competing last year, and from last year to now, I think I want to keep going even after graduating high school.
Yeah, same here. I really enjoy playing video games and meeting new people. Meeting all of these people, all of these new people have helped me improve in very many ways. Like, I used to be not very talkative at all, not very good at making friends, but being in a team, all of these people ended up talking to me, and they just always come up to me, say, "How's your day been?" And they've just helped me a lot with communication.
Well, you're doing a great job, Oswaldo. I mean, look at you. You're live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 right now. We're streaming video, and you're doing it, man. You're doing a great job, you and your teammates. What's the hardest skill to teach in esports? You got some listeners right now that are younger and will eventually have that opportunity. What do you say to the young folk that are listening and want to be like you, want to compete at esports?
I think just going out and doing it. There's a lot of people that don't have that fear, of getting into this type of stuff in the first place because they think it's either too difficult or it's just not something that they want to do. But I mean, like I said, for me, it was like when I first went into the esports room, I didn't know that it was a possibility for me to actually want to play so much, to be in the team. It's fun. Always putting yourself out there and trying new things is always going to be the best thing to do.
I think people would be surprised when you try new things and step outside your comfort zone. Jorge, was it difficult for you to make that first step and say, "Hey, you know what? I want to be a Capitol Hill Red Wolf esports player"?
Originally for me, it was mainly because I had met a friend that really wanted to get into esports, and he didn't want to be in it alone. And I said, "I'll join with you, so you don't have to be there all alone." And unfortunately, he's not at our school anymore. He's gone off the team and just is online.
Yeah, but here you are, competing. I think that's pretty cool that you've stuck with it. Was it? I mean, how difficult was it for you, Oswaldo, or do you feel like it was just something that you always knew you wanted to get into, or was this where you kind of stepped outside of your comfort zone a little bit?
Playing games for esport has always been something I've wanted to do. I've always seen a whole bunch of videos everywhere, and in middle school I was also on the esports team. I played Smash, and well, I just find it really fun. All of the new people you can meet, and well, it's just amazing for me.
I'm impressed with just the evolution of the sport, Coach. I mean, until today, I did not know that it had been around for 4 years. It seems like it's getting bigger and bigger, and you've got state tournaments and different things like that. Are you kind of amazed at the growth of esports and kind of where it's going here?
I am, well, to an extent. Prior to being at Capitol Hill, I worked at Northeastern State University, and they were developing their esports team while I was there. And so I got to be on the ground floor of that. And I also had staff members that played at the collegiate level that went to Rogers State. And so I knew esports on the collegiate level existed, and I knew like some of those. I have like some background knowledge of that. I didn't realize how big it was on the high school level. And it's not just the esports, it's that we play multiple titles. Like right now this season we're playing 5 different titles, so we're managing 5 different teams simultaneously every single week with games, and it's crazy. But I never knew of it like this, because again, I'm not a gamer. My nephews are, so I do have some other foundational knowledge with that. But the way that it's exploding, I think it just makes sense with the way that society is, and that's one of the biggest things going, and there's a lot of money in it, and I don't know.
Yeah, scholarship opportunities and all of the above. Wow. Well, Coach, I think you've stepped outside your comfort zone.
I absolutely have.
Thank goodness, because I don't know where Capitol Hill's esports team would be without you. And then to be able to coach these athletes next to you, I think is a tremendous honor.
Yeah.
You got a bright bunch,
Yes.
talented group here.
Yes.
I want to wish you guys the best of luck going forward. I know the spring season is upon us, and I wish you the best. I hope you win everything that you try to win at, and you've got some stiff competition here in the district.
Yeah.
And look forward to following you throughout the season. We've been talking with Capitol Hill Red Wolves esports team. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk with Tanner Stiles, District Sports Information and Partnerships Coordinator for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. And we're going to keep this thing going. This is a part of the Spring Sports Media Days here at Metro Tech. So excited to be it. We're going to take a quick commercial break here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Of course, we're streaming live on PPBC TV, and we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Spring Sports Media Days, here live from Metro Technology Center, Spring Lake Campus. I'm Jay Swick, broadcasting live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMB. Our Spring Sports Media Days sponsors are TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. I'm here with Tanner Stiles, District Sports Information and Partnerships Coordinator for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. Tanner, how you doing?
Doing good. Always a pleasure to be talking.
Yeah,
to you on the mic.
always a pleasure. I had you on the show not long ago. I want to educate people about all the different sports that you've got going on in the district. You know, I interviewed the Capitol Hill Red Wolves esports team just a little while ago. Very impressed with that group. Esports as a whole is very interesting, and it's evolving quickly, but yet it has been around for a while. Talk about the growth of esports, the popularity of it. It just seems like it's getting bigger every year.
Yeah, it is. And, the last couple of years we have hosted it at Riversport OKC. They're one of our partners as well. They have a fantastic facility over there, downtown area. And so the upstairs, they completely transform it into an esports coliseum, if you will. It's really a cool setup whenever we get to host our ACACs over there. And, we turn the lights down and they've got multiple screens going. And U.S. Grant's esports team usually kind of helps put that on for us. And they have kids that actually will go on and broadcast it live. They stream it through YouTube. The kids are broadcasting. So it's kind of a feeding two birds with one piece of bread type of thing there, where you're getting the kids involved while they're obviously doing their thing on the sticks and all that. So, yeah, just seeing the growth and all of it, the participation numbers have really, really grown over the past few years for us in OKCPS.
Well, you and Shane are doing a great job with athletics in this district, including esports, baseball, tennis, golf, track and field. All coming up. That's just the spring sports section. We've been doing media day sessions this whole season, from the fall sports to winter sports, now spring. What can we expect this year in the spring sports side of the season that you're excited about the most?
Yeah, so I think with OKCPS, it's always soccer. Girls and boys soccer, that's our highest participation numbers across any sport, across the district. So that's always been, we always usually have a few teams that can make some pretty deep postseason runs on the field for girls and boys soccer, and also girls and boys track. We've got some great athletes in this district, and it seems like the last few years we've had a couple 2 to 3 state champions in multiple events on the track. So, and I can't not bring up golf, me being a golfer. So that's always a good one. And we're really trying to grow our numbers in golf this year as well. So I think those are three that I'm looking forward to, on top of obviously the other ones we got in tennis and baseball, and obviously, esports is going to be going on as well. So it's going to be a busy spring for sure.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. Talk about your role with the district, because I see you at all kinds of different sporting events throughout the season, especially basketball and others. How do you kind of dictate where you're going to be at any given moment, and just kind of talk about your role within the district?
Yeah, so with 8 high schools, my role is just to kind of promote all of them as much as I can. So I'm the guy that's putting out graphics on social media, putting stuff on our athletics websites, on schedules and rosters and all the good things we got going on in the district. I'm kind of the one that's kind of spearheading that. So we've got a great team in our district office that helps out with that. And yeah, that's just a piece of that. And then this year I'm able to take on partnerships with that as well. You mentioned a lot of the partners right before we started here, and part of what I do is getting to go out and bringing in new partnerships with the district and having them come on board and supporting our kids at the end of the day. We wouldn't be able to do some of the things we do without the help of our current partners, and obviously new ones that we try to get them in place. So,
well, if there's somebody out there that wants to get involved and help support Oklahoma City Public School athletics, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I've got my contact information on the athletics website, but I mean, even social media. And what's cool about my role is that it kind of goes hand in hand, right? We had some pretty strong analytics of our social media numbers this past fall and winter, and so with that being there, it allows me to go present that to future partners to say, look what we're doing on our social media and highlighting our kids, and now we can do this along with your logo, mom and pop shop down the street. So give you some promotion to kind of come on board with us in a sense, to continue to highlight all the great things that is going on in this district.
Yeah. So you said you're a big time golfer, and I know that from talking to you in previous conversations. What is there a school that you're really following in the district that you feel like has a really good golf program? And I'm curious as to where everybody kind of practices at, where you play at.
Yeah, so we just have actually hosted a ACAC indoor golf event over this last week, and we're pretty sure it's the first one ever in the state of Oklahoma. We wanted to try to do something that gets everybody excited before the actual season starts in March, and so we hosted it up at Golf Galaxy, did a skills challenge, drive, chip, and putt, and so we had all 8 schools participate, 2 to 3 from each school, and so Capitol Hill boys actually won that. They were kind of the dark horse, so
wow.
It's pretty cool to see. Usually class in SAS is our strongest team in golf, and they've got some great athletes there this year that are going to do some good things, but it's good to see some other schools now that are starting to make some noise, and so we're hoping that events like this is just going to continue to raise awareness and increase participation in golf. That's kind of been our big focus point this year.
I think the indoor aspect is really interesting. That is very cool. I don't know how many other states are doing that. But the fact that this district is getting involved with that is really, really cool. Tanner Stiles, ladies and gentlemen, District Sports Information and Partnerships Coordinator for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. Tanner, thank you so much. Well, I know we'll be talking soon in the future. Appreciate all the work you've done and the value that you've added to athletics in this district. You and Shane do a phenomenal job. And I look forward to talking with you soon. We're going to take a break. Come back with the Douglas Trojan baseball team coming up here next on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMB, streaming video live straight on PPBC TV. I'm Jay Swick. We'll be back in a moment. School Athletics Spring Sports Media Day here live from Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. I want to thank our sponsors once again for supporting Oklahoma City Public School Athletics, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. I'm Jay Swick, and we are live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. In front of me is the Douglas Trojans baseball team. How y'all doing? How excited are you about the season? It's coming up.
I'm real excited. Real excited.
Now, I want to go over the roster. Jemiah Hardiman is with us, Sebastian Molina, and Cruz LaViolet, head coach Janan Powell. Thank you very much for coming and representing your school, a prestigious place like Frederick A. Douglass High School, very known for their sports, and to be a representative of that school, I think, is a great honor. Coach Powell, talk to me about your baseball program. How did you get involved, and how long have you been the head coach at Douglass for the
Well, this
baseball
is
team?
my first year as head coach. Last year I was the assistant coach. I've been involved at Douglass for about 3 years now. I'm also the assistant softball coach. So last year we had girls on our team. This year we don't have to have any of the softball girls on our team. So it's kind of a new look. When we go out and play this year, we won't have the girls. But it's really exciting that we don't have to have the girls because we have enough boys this year who are wanting to play baseball and go out and compete.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So you've seen numbers, more people, more students participate in baseball. That is a really good thing. Jemiah, what do you love most about baseball? What do you love most about playing baseball for Douglass?
Playing baseball for Douglass, mainly how me and my teammates get along and how we can turn off our playing switch to serious mode real fast.
What position do you play?
I play shortstop and second base.
Have you considered pitching? Is that something that you aspire to do?
A little bit, just a little bit.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll let the season evolve. Let me talk to you, Sebastian. What do you love most about playing baseball for Douglass? What position do you play as well?
I play pitcher.
Okay.
And I just really like, the relationships I build and the community we have. It's very strong, and, it's a good team, and we all get along, and it's just a great sport to play all together.
Now, is that your first choice's position to play? Because when you're on the mound, I mean, all eyes are on you.
Yeah, yes, pitcher is my main position, but I also play second base and third and sometimes shortstop.
Gotcha. Is that your favorite, though, is to be the pitcher?
Yeah, pitcher is my favorite.
How many pitches are you throwing? How many different pitches do you have in the arsenal?
I have 3 different pitches. I have a 2-seam and then 4-seam. And then right now in the works is my curveball. And my coach, she's been helping me get those pitches down and helping me getting all the fundamentals down so I can be the best I can be for the team.
Cruz, what about you? What position do you play? What do you love most about playing baseball for Douglass?
I'm the catcher. I watch everything, make sure everything is under control, watch the field, make sure everybody's doing what they have to. And what I like about the program is how we come together as a team when we need it most. And that's really good.
What's that relationship like when you're on the field as a catcher and Sebastian's on the mound? Are you calling the pitches, or are you letting him dictate what pitches he wants to throw?
I'm calling the pitches so I can know what's coming at me, and I can adjust to the field and how the player is hitting.
How's your throw to second from the plate?
It's very good.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. Coach Powell, talk to me about these gentlemen alongside you. You could have chosen several other players to represent your school, but you chose these bright young men. Why?
Well, for one, because what you just said, they're bright young men. They are students first, all of the kids sitting up here with me, or the boys up here with me, have really good grades. That's one of the things that we focus on the most, is making sure that our student athletes are students first and athletes second. So all of these guys up here, they're A and B students. They're not students that I ever have to hound about their grades or their behavior in school. They represent Douglas baseball really well in the building. So that's the reason why I chose them.
Well, my next question is, who's designing your uniforms? Because you guys look sharp.
Thank you.
Okay, Coach Powell. Okay, well,
I did
well
that.
done.
Thank you.
You look like a pro baseball team with the hats and the jerseys. Those are clean, first of all. What's your baseball philosophy? What do you kind of build this program on in terms of just different principles and values?
So we have a motto that we go by, and I'll let Ricky tell you what our motto is this year.
I got you, you got me, we got us.
I love that.
So that's our philosophy.
You might need to trademark that, Coach.
Yeah.
You could sell T-shirts.
That's what we go by on the team. We say it like at practices. We say it before the game. We say it after the game, because we have to. Each one of us have to hold each other accountable, and that's what we do as far as our team goes. We try to make sure that, like I said, we're holding each other accountable in the classroom, but we're also holding each other accountable on the field. There's days that maybe I don't get down there right at practice time. The boys will come by the office and grab my keys. They'll get all the equipment they need, and then by the time that I get down there, they've got the balls and they're getting ready to start throwing. I don't have to tell them to run. I don't have to tell them to stretch, because they know what's expected of them. We put that in there last year, and then when I had the opportunity to be the head coach this year, I was really excited because I was with these kids last year. They knew what was expected of them. A couple of the boys we even let be our softball managers, which was awesome because they seen what we expected on the softball field, and they carried that over to the baseball field as well. So it's made a huge difference.
Well, I think it's important to have that kind of trust in your team. I mean, what's it like playing under Coach Powell and having that kind of support and that trust that she has in you guys? I'll start with you.
It's very amazing. We can count on her when we need it most, and we can trust her.
It's a very amazing program. It wouldn't be a program without Coach Powell. She's a very impact into our team, and is always there for us and when we need her.
Jemiah, what goals and aspirations do you have as a baseball player at Douglas, and what are some of the team goals that you guys have set for yourselves?
I'll start off with personal goals. Probably to make it to college one day, or maybe MLB. And team goals, probably get along more, because we have a little iffies up in there. What else? Also communicate more and better on the field, and probably just see each other for their colors. And
who is the emotional leader in the dugout?
Emotional leader.
Emotional leader.
That's a tough one.
I've always think that because having teammates in the dugout, especially when you're out on defense and you're going through it, to have that kind of support from other teammates who may not be on the field with you. I'm just kind of wondering, who would you say is the emotional leader of the group? And it may not just be in the dugout, it just may be on the team. Who do you feel like really kind of picks you up when you guys are down?
I feel like my catcher, Cruz, he's always there for me, because me and Cruz, we have to have a good relationship for the game to be good, because he's catching my throws. So I feel like, when my pitches, they're not going where I need them to go, he's always there to pick me up and to keep on pushing to get those good pitches.
Well, how do you feel when you hear him say that, Cruz? I think that's pretty cool.
I feel amazing. That's just building a relationship with your pitcher, a good connection to make sure you safe and he's safe. So that's very good to hear.
Now, Jemiah, tell me about life at the plate. How do you prepare for a game? What goes in your mind when you step up to the plate against a pitcher that you respect?
So what goes through my mind is like it's a lot of things, but mainly just to stay calm and watch the ball. Because if I don't see the ball, then how would I hit something? How would I get a home run? How would I get on plate? So basically, I just stay calm, take a deep breath, and then step into the box and then do my thing.
Coach Powell, I'm sure your team is going to be doing what they can to compete for the ACAC tournament coming up. What are some of the other goals and aspirations that you've set for this team?
For one, they've already met some of those goals just by coming together as one and working as a team. They, like they said earlier, they know when to take things serious and when to shut things off. And we can play around, we can have a good time, but when it's time to work, we go to work. And they did that this past week. We had our first scrimmage, which we did really well in. We have a couple of more scrimmages coming up that's going to prepare us for our season opener, which is March the 2nd. So some of our goals is just to take each game one day at a time, and if you improve just one thing at a game or a practice, then you've already achieved your goal.
Is the mindset different this year for you guys than it was last year? In what ways do you feel like you've improved individually as baseball players?
Being more communicative, talking more interaction with my teammates, just being there for everyone.
I would say just like not letting one thing mess the whole mood up. Everybody makes mistakes, and we learn from mistakes. And I feel like this year I've been working on that a lot more and just pushing past and learning from those mistakes.
Fielding is one thing that we worked on, pop flies and batting. So basically all those three things I feel like we got way much more better on, and that we're ready for any team that comes our way.
What do you love about the game the most? What inspires you to play? Why do you enjoy it so much?
What inspires me to play the most is probably seeing college players have fun and MLB players have fun, but also just because I want to get the experience of it and probably use it for my kids or something if they play baseball.
Sebastian, is it something that you wake up and you just can't wait to get to the ballpark and compete?
Yes, baseball is always on my mind. When I'm at school, I'm thinking about going to baseball practice and being with my team, the excitement of those games, hearing people chant for you, saying Trojans, and just pushing you to be great. And, that inspires me to be the best version of myself I can be.
Cruz, being a catcher is tough. I mean, that's a tough position to play. You better have good knees.
Yes.
Do you watch a lot of other baseball players, maybe at the Major League Baseball level, and kind of model your game after that?
I watch a lot of teams, a lot of MLB teams. I watch a lot of high school teams, like California type ball. So I try to work on stuff that I see them doing that I like to improve my game that can help me more.
Now, are you guys playing a lot of baseball after school ball is over? Or is that something that you want to get more involved in, maybe going forward?
Yes.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. Well, what year are you? Are you seniors, juniors?
I'm a junior.
I'm a sophomore.
Okay.
And I'm a sophomore.
Okay. What would you say to some of the younger players that watch you guys from the stands, aspire to be like you, and want to become a Douglas Trojan baseball player? What would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
Don't let what anybody say affect you or do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Always follow your heart and your dream and what you have your mind set on.
I would say that to want it bad, because there's always going to be someone out there that wants your position, and just push to be your best self.
Yeah.
Just do good in practice every day, because you get better in practice every day. So I say just to get better every day. That's what I go by.
Yeah, well, I think that's a great attitude to have. Coach, what lessons do you hope your players learn from this experience of being a high school baseball player under your tutelage that they can take with them?
I mean, I
Life-
just listen to them talk now, and like they've already started saying some of the things that I say to them. So it lets me know that I'm actually doing something that's right. Because like play with your heart, go out and give each day your best. Like Ricky said earlier, like it's okay to make a mistake. You got to learn from your mistakes. So just to listen to them talk now just makes me kind of go, oh.
Yeah, and to have that kind of leadership, especially from underclassmen, I think is such a great testament to you gentlemen as people, as leaders of the team. And what does it feel like to wear that jersey? I think of Douglas High School as athletes, as competitors, as difficult competition. There are a lot of sports, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're just another branch of that. What does that mean to you to wear the orange and black and be a representative of an institution like that?
Probably just pride, you know what I'm saying? Take pride in, like, we were, like, probably just, you know what I'm saying, whenever it comes to competition, you know what I'm saying, don't back down, you know what I'm saying, we're ready. And, yeah.
What about you, Sebastian?
I would say it's an honor to represent the Douglas Trojans baseball team, especially this program, because it's just a very good program, and there's a lot of great people in it and great coaches, and it's just a good program to be representing.
I feel like it's a great experience to wear black and orange. Everybody can wear black and orange, and I feel like it's a great experience.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, the reputation is so positive, and there's been so many athletes that come out of that school.
The pride that we got too. I feel like our pride is very great.
Yeah, I'm really interested in watching you guys compete. When is the next game, and how can the public, our listeners, our viewers, come support the Douglas baseball team? Is it attending games? Is it donating to the program? What are some ways that the public can, set these players up, set your program up for success in the future?
It would be nice if we could pack our stands, like other sports do. You never really see a whole lot of people come to the baseball games, so it'd be nice just to have a fan base there. As far as you mentioned, like donations, we could use some donations as far as like equipment. Right now we're having to share gloves, balls, bats, things like that. I mean, our program is a small program, and so things like that would be greatly appreciated. If somebody wanted to donate something like that, we would love to have it. We are a young team. Our oldest class is juniors, so we have a fairly big junior class, and then we have sophomores and freshmen. So we are a young team. I feel like we are in our building stages of our program, and I think the future is pretty bright for us.
Now, how do you manage, like Sebastian on the mound? What is the pitch count limit nowadays? Are you pretty particular about how many pitches pitchers like Sebastian?
Yeah, so we're only allowed so many pitches per game, right?
Okay.
So we have a chart that we check that with. Luckily, this year we have 4 pitchers in our rotation. We have Sebastian, which is a junior, and then we have Jeremiah, sorry.
Yeah.
He's one of our pitchers. He's a junior. And then we have a freshman that's going to be coming in. I'm sorry. Sebastian's a sophomore. So we have a junior, we have a sophomore, we have a freshman that's in our rotation. And then we have a kid who's never even played before and has an unbelievable arm that you just look at him and you're like, why have you never played before? He was in left field, and I'm watching him throw the ball in from left field to home plate, and I'm just like in awe. Hey, wait a minute, come on up here and jump on this mound, and let's see if you can figure this out too. So we've thrown him into our rotation. So pitching count isn't going to be as big of an issue as it was last year, because last year, quite frankly, we didn't have a whole lot of pitchers. It was more or less, hey, can you get it over the mound? This
Right,
year, we've
right.
got guys that have came in to help us with our pitchers. I brought guys in off a couple of college players have came over and donated their time basically to work with our pitchers to help develop.
Talk to me about the batting order, how you dictate who's 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole, and on down.
Well, I try to think about it strategically, like who can actually hit the ball,
Right.
and when they hit the ball, like what is my speed like? So I think about it like anybody would think about it: speed, power, speed, power. Because if I can get you on, I can score you if I've got somebody there to back you up.
Yeah. You guys, how do you prepare for a game mentally? Are you listening to music? What goes all into, preparing for a big game?
I say music.
Yeah.
I like to listen to music. I feel like it helps you to get locked in for the game.
I would say music too. It helps motivate me and get me into that mindset and just locking in on the game and just be there all the way.
Jemiah, when is your next baseball game? Did I ask that already?
I believe so.
What's
but
next for you guys?
I think our next game will be March 2nd, our official game. But our scrimmage, we have one tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I encourage the public to come out and support these bright young men. They're sharp. I really want to know Sebastian's barber. I mean, you got, dude, that is party in the back. I love it.
My barber is actually my brother, and he attends Metro Tech for barbering.
Very good.
His name is Marlon, and his Instagram is Junie Blends, and he goes to the program for barbering here, and he's learned a lot. So shout out to Metro Tech.
He makes you look slick.
Yeah,
dude, that's nice. I wish I had the hair to pull that off, but that's for another show. We're here with the Douglas Trojan baseball team. Coach Powell, you've got to be proud with this group.
I really am. Like I said, last year we didn't have enough, and it was me going down the halls going, hey, you look like you could play baseball. Do you want to play baseball? That's pretty much what we did last year because we didn't have enough. This year, I told the guys, they were like, all the guys call me Mama J, so they were like, Mama J, did the girls have to play this year? And I was like, go find some more players, and we won't use them. And they did. They went out and they talked to their friends and, like, hey, come play baseball. It's a lot of fun. And when we first started, I think we had 24 to 30 out there on the field, and those numbers have dwindled, but we have a strong 17 now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go. Douglas Trojan baseball teams. Contact Coach Powell and donate equipment, donate money, do something to help this program grow and flourish because they're doing some really great things and they're competing at a high level. So
Yes.
Thank you guys very much. Looking forward to following you throughout the season. I know you got games coming up. And I appreciate you coming here and representing your school in such a positive way. You're great representation. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, I believe, with the John Marshall baseball team coming up. So more spring sports media days coming up here for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. I'm Jay Swick, broadcasting live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll take a break and be right back. Public School Athletics Spring Technology Spring Lake Campus. I'm Jay Swick. We're live here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMB. Streaming video to PPBC TV. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors who do a great job of supporting Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. In front of me is the John Marshall Bears baseball team. Head coach Thomas Steele is with us. Arturo Buñuelos, Corey Bobo, and Parrish Carter. How are y'all? How excited are we about this season, guys? That's pretty awesome. You've got a first game of the season coming up March 3rd. Are we a little bit nervous for that, or are we ready to compete?
We're more ready to compete than nervous. We're ready to get out there in the field.
Yeah, I think,
play.
first of all, I think to feel nervous is a good thing in a way,
Yeah.
right, Coach? I mean,
Absolutely.
you've got to have some anticipation, ready to compete, and that comes with butterflies a little bit.
A little bit.
Talk to me about your baseball program, Coach Steele. What makes this group special?
It's a young team, mostly compromised of sophomores. So moving forward, I think they'll be able to develop together over the next couple of years and really make some noise here in the city.
Now, you could have chosen anybody else on the team to come and represent John Marshall baseball, but you chose these three young men. Why?
Leadership. They played baseball last year, and they have showed exemplary leadership skills in practice, and they have been there from the beginning, from conditioning and weight training up until now. And so they've been dedicated to the sport, and I feel like they'd be the best ones to represent the team.
How would you describe your baseball team? What's kind of your identity, or maybe your baseball philosophy? I know that's kind of a deep question.
Well, I want them to be students first and athletes second. I want them to treat the game with respect, to treat their teammates and opposing teams with respect, and the officials and the umpires and the teachers in the school. So it's more of a character thing for me, to give them something that they can take with them moving forward long after their years at John Marshall.
Arturo, what is it that you love about the game of baseball that makes you want to compete, that gives you so much joy playing it?
So there's many things. One of the main things is the friendships I build with my teammates. Like all the practices, the buses, the rides, like to Sulphur, Tuttle, all those rides. It's very fun. There's a lot of memories that you make with your whole teammates, and then there's friendships that go out of school. After school, after we graduate, there's people that you keep on talking to. Like, I'm a senior, but I still talk to seniors when I was in my freshman year. Like, I'm still in contact with them, and that's one thing I like, the friendships that you build in a baseball team.
Well, I think that's admirable that you mention that, because you talk to former players, especially former All-Stars, Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about the game and the relationships that you have with the
Yeah.
teammates? So I think that's awesome, the relationships that you have with the
Yeah.
teammates. So I think that's awesome that you said that. Corey, you said that. Corey, what position do you play? What do you love most about playing? What position do you play? What do you love most about playing baseball at John Marshall? Baseball at John Marshall.
Yeah, I play first and third. The thing I love most is the game itself, but it's the things that come with it, the friendships, the fun on the field that come with it, the friendships, the fun on the field, the bus rides to the schools, 3-hour rides, getting food after the game. It's the little things, but yeah, of course I love baseball. The memories on the field as well, but outside the field, there's nothing you can beat.
Now being an
outside the field, there's nothing you can beat.
Now being an infielder, different infielder, different positions. Obviously, versatility is important. Sounds like you're a versatile player. Which one do you like better? Is it first or third?
I'm more experienced on first. I'd probably say first is my best.
Okay. How do you like hitting? What's life like at the plate for you?
Hitting, I forgot about hitting. Hitting's probably my best. I like hitting the most. I forgot about hitting. Hitting's probably my best. I like hitting the most.
Are you righty or lefty?
I'm a righty.
Okay.
The eye coordination, like hitting the ball, coming back in with your team, the cheering, everything about it.
Arturo, talk to me about your experience playing for Coach Steele, being a John Marshall Bear baseball player. That's got to be pretty cool.
It just, I don't know. It's my second year playing. I really like the game. I enjoy it. So there's really like
what's it like playing under Coach Steele?
Oh, this is like my first year playing under him. So far, yes, I like it. It's fun. It's entertaining. Drains energy. We more like there to practice rather than play. So yeah.
Coach, is this your first year as head coach at John Marshall?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Yeah, what's been your experience like with this group, these three young men and the other players on your team? You know, early in the season, but what's been your experience so far?
To see the enthusiasm they have for the game and the work they put in practice. I'm a practice like you play type of guy, and so they've caught on to it, and we'll see how it manifests as the season goes along.
Now, what was it about becoming the head coach of the John Marshall baseball team that you found fascinating, that you were inspired to take that role?
Their enthusiasm for the game. When the AD told them that I was going to be the head baseball coach, the boys coming to me at work and asked me, am I going to be the coach? And I tell them I'm thinking about it, and then you see they balloon deflate a little bit, and then I tell them yeah, and then the excitement that's in them. And I've never seen kids so fired up about a sport, and so that kind of inspired me to push forward and go ahead and make it happen for them.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool to get that kind of that kind of excitement when you let them know that you're going to be the head baseball coach. Arturo, what position do you play?
So my middle school and elementary, I really only played first base. But starting high school, I started pitching a lot. And so I've been working on my arm recently, especially this past winter and summer. I've been training a lot for my arm, so I feel like I'm going to be pitching mostly this upcoming season. And I like catching, too. I catch here and there. And then my hitting's pretty good. I practice a lot on it. And then I lift some weights, so I feel like I can hit the ball pretty far.
Yeah, this is your senior year.
Yeah.
So you want to leave it all out on the field,
out.
Man. I mean, this is your last go round. What are you trying to get out of this year as a senior?
Make as much memories as I can with my teammates, because I'm not gonna be able to have this opportunity ever again in my life. This is my one chance, and then just give it all out every single time I walk out to the field, every single day, every single time. Try my best, do my best.
Corey, what position? We talked about your position. I wanted to ask Parrish what your position was.
I play second. I found second base so last year, my first year, I really couldn't throw the ball as well as now. So second was just ball as well as now. So second was just second best option. So I just stuck with second, and now I could do all now.
Now, being in your second year at John Marshall with the baseball team, how difficult was it for you to take that first step last year and get involved?
See, I just decided, so I went home, looked at baseball videos, and then I'm like, okay, this do look fun. So I just decided to go to the field and play.
Do you feel like you're more confident this year now that you kind of know what to expect and what to expect, and to have that experience last year, it's going to make you a better baseball player just automatically going into this year. You feel like you're more automatically going into this year. You feel like you're more confident in your ability going into this year. Confident in your ability going into this year.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it that drew you to the sport?
I'm sorry.
What is it about baseball
Oh,
that drew you to the sport, that got your attention, that motivated you and said, you know what, I want to play?
maybe just it being the highest paying sport. So I was just thinking like I could try to go somewhere with it.
Hey, man, Coach, I love honesty. You know, I really do appreciate it. I mean, whatever motivates you is what motivates you. Some people do it for different reasons. Why do you guys play baseball? Is it for the love of the game, or do you want to get rich?
For me, my dad, he's a very fanatic person about baseball. So, and then my grandpa too. They've always liked watching the sport. And then since I was a little kid, they've always like involved me with baseball, and it just stuck to me throughout my whole life.
Corey, have you played a lot of baseball throughout your life?
Yeah, I played a lot of Little League up until I didn't have it in middle school, but
Yeah.
other than middle school, I played it pretty much my entire life.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see what you guys do this year, and you've got a big game March 3rd at Sulphur. Coach, how have you been preparing for that?
Basically, making sure that the boys are locked in and they know where the ball goes, working on the little things. Catching the ball, where's the ball go, where the plays are, making sure that conditioning is up, because back-to-back double hitters for the rest of the season. And so just making sure that they're mentally focused and prepared the best that I can. I can't go out there and play for them, so I try to put them in the best position to win.
What do you feel like this team's strengths are, and also what are some areas that you're trying to improve on?
Well, probably hitting is going to be their strongest point, and working on throwing the ball is going to be the weakness, because sometimes we throw the ball over the player, sometimes we throw it way high, and so bringing those errors down to minimize them and kind of get them locked in and keeping them strong throughout, and hopefully they stay healthy throughout the season.
Well, and my last question for you guys is, what's it like competing as a John Marshall Bear? There's been a lot of athletes come out of that school over the years, and very, very impressive, and many have gone on to do some wonderful things. What's it like to wear the blue and the red and to have that logo on your jersey?
So I think it's very versatile. Like, it depends, because when we go to some schools, it's not like they automatically like us. Sometimes they don't. We're different from other people, as you can say like that. They look at us differently, and so, but that makes you want to play even better, because that makes you how can I say this?
Prove them wrong.
So they can see that we're actually good,
Right.
and then that we can be as good as any other school, that we're not different any other way.
Corey, are you pretty proud to be a John Marshall Bear?
Oh yeah, of course. Been at John Marshall since my freshman year. I'm a senior now. Yeah, no matter what sport I'm doing, no matter what activity, I'm always going to rep the John Marshall name.
What about you, Parrish?
It's interesting. My people graduated from there. Not saying if I'm going to graduate from there, but it just, yeah.
Well, you're going to graduate at some point, my friend.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. Coach Steele, thank you for bringing these really bright young athletes to represent the school. You've got a really good group on your hands, and we're excited to see what you and your baseball team can do this year.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Come
Thank you.
support the John Marshall Bear baseball team this year.
Yes,
Show
sir.
up. They'll
Thank
appreciate it. They want to play in front of some fans and show what they're capable of. So
Yeah.
we'll be following along, gentlemen. Coming up next, we will have the Capitol Hill Red Wool baseball team. We'll talk more with them here at the Spring Sports Media Day session for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. A lot more to come. I'm Jay Swick, broadcasting live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be back. Public School Athletics Spring Sports Media Day session. I am Jay Swick here live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We are broadcasting live from Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. So TU, Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. In front of me is the Capitol Hill Red Wolf baseball team, and back-to-back ACAC champions, might I add, are right in front of me. Gentlemen, how are we doing? I'm here with Coach Jason Corley, Ruben Uribe, Santos Flores, and Ariel Salazar Serrano. Guys, what's it like playing baseball at Capitol Hill? And it seems like you've had some success here these past couple years. What's been the secret to success?
I would say the hard work we put in on the off season, hard work some of our players put in by themselves at home. You know, some of them showing me evidence, but I would say it's that, along with sorry, I think I'm stuttering, but I would say it's mainly our confidence when it comes down to it, and it's usually pretty good.
And in preparation and execution, Coach, I mean, how long have you been coaching this group and at Capitol Hill as the baseball coach?
This is my third year as the head baseball coach there at Capitol Hill. Had these guys 4 years, actually, since they were freshmen. So I'm excited to have this group of guys for sure.
So are you all three seniors?
Yes, sir.
They are.
Okay. That's kind of a cool experience, Coach, to watch them grow and develop and also achieve some of the goals that you've set for this team. What makes these three gentlemen special? You could have had anybody else you wanted on the team to represent Capitol Hill baseball, but you chose these three young men. Tell us why.
These three guys set themselves apart because of their hard work. You could probably drive by a baseball field after our practice anywhere in the metro or on the weekends, and they're probably going to have a group of guys out there working on their game. And that makes them pretty special. They've done that for 3 years now. They're continually challenging the guys, hey, let's go to the field, Saturday at 2, or let's, meet Sunday evening and get some rounds in. So for me, that's what's special about this group. They go above and beyond. It's not just practice time. They want to prove themselves, and they go out and work on their own things that we work on in practice.
Santos, tell me about your baseball career at Capitol Hill. What position do you play? What do you love about the game the most?
The position I play is first base, but honestly, he can mostly put me anywhere he needs. I like to be confident about what I do and how I am, and I think he can put me in anywhere, but I like to play first more. I really started there my freshman year, learning from one of the seniors, and yeah, that's.
What do you feel like is your biggest strength as a baseball player? Is it playing first base, or is it at the plate?
I think we playing first. I could really help him out at first. I'm really big at first.
Ariel, tell me about yourself as a baseball player. What position do you play?
So I play at third base. Started out at outfield, anywhere, left field, center field, right field. Over the years, I've been learning and developing as a player, as a teammate, and as a friend off the field. Having this team, meeting them as a family, really strengthens us and really helps us compete in these games that we have. Apart from myself, I can't speak for them, but I like to say I'm loud on the field, so we have someone coming up, say, hey, we're going 1, we're going 2, outfield go 2, infield go 1. Just being loud and supportive around the field.
Well, and I think that's a testament to your team chemistry. Talk about your relationships that you have with those guys alongside you, and other relationships that you have with your teammates. Would you contribute to your recent success to that, to the bond that you have with each other?
Yes, sir. Like I said about being a family, we break down our huddles by saying family, to make sure they understand that we're a family, to make sure that they can always come to us for any advice, help, whatever they need, on and off the field. So that would be like classwork, schoolwork, baseball-related things. So being a family and being strong together helps us compete in those games.
Ruben, talk about yourself as a baseball player. What do you enjoy doing more? Is it playing in the field? Is it at the plate? What position do you play?
I'm typically a pitcher for the most part. I feel like I'm best at pitcher, like when it comes to my personal abilities. For me, what I love, I feel like the best part about me is that my love for the game. I love baseball a lot. Outside of school, taking my time, as much time as I can to learn it, study it, and just so I'm not missing anything. And that's really it.
Coach, you're doing something right with this group. I mean, these are bright young men that obviously have a lot of passion for the game. And you don't really have to motivate them a whole lot to get out there and work. They just do it. But to win the ACAC championship 2 years in a row, that's impressive. What's been the difference in your program over the past couple of years, and how excited are you about an opportunity to three-peat possibly?
Yeah, I mean, the past couple of years we've had a lot of kids that have had a lot of talent. Maybe we struggled with maybe understanding the game quite as well, but we've had the talent and athleticism to go out and compete and ultimately win the ACAC. What excites me about this group is that this is the most coachable group I've ever had. These guys listen all the way from the freshman all the way up to the senior. They're coachable. We're doing things in practice that we haven't been able to do, or I haven't been able to do in years with many teams, honestly, because They listen, and we may not always execute those things 100%, but at least we're able to work on them and try them. And when we try them, at some point we're going to execute them. You know, just in our first scrimmage the other day, one thing we've struggled to do is turn double plays. But in our first scrimmage the other day, we turned 2 of them and looked like we knew what we were doing. So, you know, it was great to see that. And that's what's exciting for me about this group is just the way they work and the talent that they have.
Well, I know you guys have a big game coming up, but you're also playing in the Brick. I mean, downtown, where you know the AAA team is playing. Like, that's a prestigious place to play the game. I mean, only a few get the opportunity to play on that field. What's that like, and how excited are you to do that?
I'm super excited for the guys to get to experience that. You know, I've been able to experience that as a coach before, and it's something special to be in that locker room and to walk up on that field and just kind of know that you're stepping where some big names in the game have stepped, especially for the organization like the Dodgers. And so this group, I can't think of a better group to be able to experience that with. And you know, when Del City called us and asked us if we wanted to try and play it down there, I was like, absolutely. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys are super pumped about it. I hear them talk about it a lot. So,
you guys excited? That's going to be really cool to be playing on that field.
Especially after seeing a game there, it's like really exciting.
Yeah, we went last year to go watch Kershaw on his
wow.
recovery. Like, he got sent down for recovery,
right?
And you know, he did. You know, he blasted through everyone. It was like pretty great to watch that. And for me, that's like one of the main reasons I get to pitch. Hopefully, get to pitch on that.
And
mound.
you get to pitch on that same dirt, man. That is very, very cool. Only, like I said, only a few get to experience that. Coach, how long you been coaching baseball?
This is year 17.
Golly, has baseball changed a lot since you started coaching? Maybe the culture of baseball in the high school. What's been the biggest adjustment over time that you've kind of had to deal with?
I think the biggest adjustment has been in myself. You know, I have a group of guys that I met through the ABCA, called the ABCA Brotherhood. It's guys all the way from the high school up to the professional level that we just became great friends. And because of them, the ability for me to reach out and say, I have a kid struggling with, you know, his speed at the plate, or he's struggling with, you know, his arm location or whatever, I can reach out to these guys and they can give me drills, things that they do to help their guys. And for me, that's been the biggest thing for me that has helped me grow tremendously, is just knowing that I have a group of guys that I can rely on to help me understand the game better. You know, the kids, they're really the same as they've always been. They all want to be coached and they all want to understand the game. My goal at Capitol Hill is I want these guys to fall in love with the game like I love the game. And if they can do that, then we're accomplishing something. And I think these three guys have definitely fallen in love with the game, so I'm very excited about that.
Well, I feel that. And really impressed with you guys. Santos, what are some things that you're going to try and achieve? What are some goals that you've set for yourself in your senior year? And that goes for all of you guys. I'm interested to hear, because this is your last go-round. This is it. Now, tell us just kind of what you envision this year to be like in your eyes.
I wanted to be successful with everybody. I want to leave all my knowledge that I know to the freshmen and all the people that don't know as much, so they know they can carry on the Red Wolf way, basically. And yeah, that's what I want for everybody.
I'd like to prove myself, you know, joining the sport late. You know, most of these kids in these teams, they play since they were like, 5 years old, since out of the womb. So I like to prove myself with the way I play, with the way I approach the plate, the way I take on the field and our opponents.
For me, what really pushed me at first was watching our seniors, whenever I first joined, throw like pretty hard, like basically across the field, and that kind of like pushed me towards working towards it, because it's like I didn't want to be the worst or the slowest thrower, so it kind of really pushed me to where I am right now.
Well, I'm impressed with you, gentlemen. I'm impressed with your program, Coach Curley.
Thank you.
You guys got a bright future ahead, and look out for these Capitol Hill Red Wolf baseball players. They're coming for that ACAC title for a third time in a row, and they're going to be hard to beat. But they're looking for competition. Also, look for them out at the Bricktown Ballpark here before too long. Going to be playing Dale City out there. Look forward to watching you guys play the rest of the season. Good luck. Stay healthy. Enjoy yourselves and compete at a high level. Look forward to seeing what's next for you guys. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with, I believe it's going to be the Class and SAS Comets baseball team. We'll talk with them when coming back. But I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in here for the Spring Sports Media Day session here live at Metro Tech for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. We really do appreciate the support. And we'll talk with the Class and SAS Comets when we come up next. We're live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
To Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Spring Sports Media Days here live at Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. We really do appreciate them allowing us to broadcast live, learn about these baseball programs and other spring sports programs that are ready for the esports teams coming up, baseball teams. It's a busy spring sports season here for the Oklahoma City Public School Athletics programs around the Oklahoma City Metroplex. And we appreciate them coming out and talking about their teams and their programs. And we couldn't be here doing what we're doing and putting a spotlight on what they're doing without the help of our sponsorships. TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. In front of me is the Class and SAS Comets baseball team. How we doing, fellas?
Good, brother. How are you?
Great.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. We've got Josh Corbett.
Yes, sir.
We've got Gavin Peterson and Rory Morgan. And then, of course, Coach T, who is leading the way. Coach T, tell me about your baseball program at Class and SAS and why you chose these three athletes to represent the baseball team.
Really have a really good program going on. So still building, but we have a really good set of guys that are here to just lead. And these are three that I've chose to just share the spotlight with, just leading this team. These are the guys who I would say put the work in the off season. I saw a lot of these guys work and their progress, even through so what we've been going through up there at the field. I would say I'm asking a lot of these guys, but I'm telling you, man, these guys I'm blessed to be around them. They've been putting in really good work, and they've showed really good attitudes, and they've been coachable this whole time. So, I mean, I couldn't be blessed to be sitting by these three guys up here.
Yeah, what would you say your identity of your program is, kind of your baseball philosophy going into this?
I like to be aggressive. I like to play fast, and I like to play confident as well. So I like the way that these boys are. We've structured these boys to play with a little bit of swag, and also to have fun with each other as well. Like I said before, I've held these guys to a standard, and these guys have all been wanting to rise up to it as well. So I would definitely say with just the way that I want to run it is just let's play fast, let's play confident, but also let's play for each other as well. So I would definitely say that's it.
I would play for you, Coach.
Absolutely.
I would play for you. Josh, talk to me about yourself as a baseball player, what it's like playing for Coach T, and what position you play as well.
I play third baseman, and I play pitcher. What it's like to play baseball, I would say here at Classen, I would say we are very aggressive. I would say, like, pointing off to him, we're very aggressive. We really like to be aggressive with the ball, attack the ball, and we work on it multiple times during practice every single day, Monday through Friday, sometimes even Saturday too. And we're just he's a really good coach, so we just try to be aggressive out there and attack the ball.
What is it about the game that you love so much?
I don't think I could pick one. I mean, there's a lot of things that I love about baseball. I like how it's a very intense game out of the middle of nowhere. I mean, it could be a smooth game, and then out of the middle of nowhere, it can just hit you in the face and then change. And that's what I would love about that.
That's a great answer. All right, GP, tell me what you love about baseball. I interviewed you in the Winter Sports Media Day session about football, so I know you're an athlete. Do you favor football or baseball, or you're an athlete? Do you favor football or baseball, or do you have a preference?
Don't have a favorite.
Okay, well, what is it that you love baseball? What is it that you love about playing baseball compared to some of the other sports?
It's fun, when you get around people who also love the game, that even makes it better and much funner. So yeah.
What position you play?
I play shortstop.
Okay, infielder.
Mm-hmm.
Do you model your game after
my dad? Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Another good answer. He didn't pay you to say that, did he?
No.
Okay. I know his dad. He's a great man. All right. Let me talk with you, Rory. You just kind of look like a pitcher. Am I off base or am I right?
You're right.
Okay. See, Coach.
My God.
I'm just saying.
My God.
You look like a pitcher. Is that where you're most comfortable on the baseball field, is on the mound?
Yeah, I would say probably on the mound is my best spot.
What is it that you love most about pitching, and how many different pitches do you have in your arsenal?
So I like how pitching, when you're pitching, you kind of you control the game. If you're throwing bad, then the game might not be the greatest. But if you're throwing good, they aren't going to be scoring runs. They're not going to be hitting. And then if they are hitting, then you got your infield to back you up. And wait, was your
how many different pitches do you have? Are you throwing a lot of different, like changeup, fastball, slider?
I got fastball and changeup, and I recently just learned curveball because when I was younger, my coaches didn't want me throwing curveballs to mess up my arm and stuff. So yeah. Yeah,
and coach, is that the smart move? When do you teach young baseball players to throw the curve?
Honestly, I also coach a 13U team. And so it just depends on the kid's training, I would say. Just say if a kid started learning it when he was maybe 11, just playing catch with it. When he's comfortable with it, and then the more that he starts to throw it, and like when he's playing catch, then he gets more confident when he's throwing, let's say at 13, 14, 15. So by the time he gets to the high school level, 14, 15 years old, he can at least be still developing that pitch or already honestly have it developed. So I would say around 13 to 14 years old is when I would start working that in. But that definitely varies from, let's say, the coach or the parent that may want their kid just play catch with it and see what happens. So I'm not much on age-wise with it. It's definitely on how much what their routine is, what their training could be, and things of such.
You know, talk to me about the team chemistry. How tight knit is your team and the relationships with each other?
Man, this group is one of the funniest groups I've ever been around. They are so close to each other, and they've all just got with me, and they're just like, man, we've gotten close. We've actually, that's funny that you asked that question. We were talking about that today in practice of just like, man, you guys are actually looking like you're just coming together as a team. They laugh a lot. They'll get mad at each other a little bit, and they'll get onto each other, but it's more out of respect more than just, hey, like I said, we have a standard on this team. If you want to be a part of this team, hey, we all want you guys to be up here where coach wants us to be. And we all know sometimes we all know baseball is very, very up and down. And so when we play, I tell these guys, hey, let me be the one to get on to. You guys be the one that are picking each other up. You guys saying, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not that these guys, they're just holding each other accountable, and that's what I feel like what is going to grow these guys. But their chemistry is off the charts. It's so funny to me. They laugh, they hit each other. They're just like little boys all day. But I'm telling you, this group is a really, really fun group to be around.
Now, Josh, I'm sure you're well aware, Class and SAS stands for School of Advanced Studies. You've got to be able to show up and excel in the classroom. And then sports comes after that. What's been the most difficult thing for you juggling the practice, the competition, and the schoolwork? Is that a heavy load to carry?
For me, at least, it's a little challenging, but not really that much. I mean, I have plenty of time at my house to go do the homework, and I usually do my homework during class because we usually will have a good amount of time to do the homework in class. Especially in my classes, we rarely have homework. I would say we do most of our work in class and just right on to the point. And class is just meant for classwork, and that's what I do. I just do work in the class and nothing else, and then I'm at baseball practice doing that too, and then when I get home, if I have a little bit of homework, then I'll just do it there.
Yeah, I've just always had a deep respect for the academic side of Class and SAS. It's got a great reputation, and then there's been several state champion teams in different sports throughout that institution that gets a lot of credit too. Gavin, talk to me about goals and aspirations that you and your team have this year in baseball.
So one of the goals that we have as a team is to make it farther than we did last year, get some more wins playing as a team, and yeah, that's really it.
And you feel like you're headed in the right direction with your practice time and the preparation that you've been putting in? Do you like the direction that this team is going?
Absolutely,
yeah. Rory, talk to me about some of the goals and aspirations that you have for this team, and as well as yourself as a pitcher.
So I like how this team we're really connected. This is my freshman year, so when I joined the team, as soon as I joined, everyone was lifting me up. If anything goes wrong, everyone's lifting each other up. And I just like how that connection, I feel like that connection could get us farther into the season than what I've heard about the last few seasons.
So you're a freshman, Gavin. You're a freshman.
Junior.
You're a junior. Your brother is the
freshman.
freshman. Okay. What about you, Josh?
I'm a senior.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach T, I'm impressed with Rory down here. I mean, to be a freshman and you're bringing him to be one of the representatives for the baseball team, that's pretty good honor.
Absolutely. I was very, very impressed with his off-season work. He came in the fall. We started off-season workouts, and then when we had not mandatory workouts during the winter, during Christmas break, he was there every single day. And so it was easy just to pick him, his attitude, his standards were just there, and just his love for the game. That's what made me, So I'm really going to hold him, to a little higher this year, just because I know he can take it. I know he can accept that those standards are up there for him, and I know he will. Even when he makes mistakes, I know he will bounce back just like he does every single day at practice.
Real quick, let me ask you about Gavin. He's such a versatile athlete. I mean, he can play any sport you put him in. What's it like coaching him?
It's fun. It's fun. You can put him anywhere. You can put him. He hasn't told you, but I've actually put him on the mound this year. So,
okay.
So expecting a little bit out of him this year, but it's fun. You can put him anywhere. You can put him in center field, left field, right field. Honestly, I feel like at this point you can put him at catcher and he'll succeed in it. And he hasn't had any type of. He hasn't worried about anywhere I put him. Hey, coach, I'll play it. I don't care. I'll play it.
And Josh, just looking at you, you look like the definition of a baseball player. Is that something that you anticipate maybe doing collegiately at the next level?
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, I also played football. I was the QB for Classen, and I feel like going D1, D2 would definitely be like a good thing for me.
That is so cool. Classen SAS baseball team, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys coming and representing your school, talking about your program and your experience as athletes. I wish you nothing but the best. If anything, please stay healthy. And you got a good group with you this year, Coach T. You got to be proud of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, that's Classen SAS. The Comets, ladies and gentlemen, go show them some love. We're going to take a break, and we will end up coming back with the Northwest Classen baseball team. Coming up next, we are streaming live on PPBC TV and on the airwaves, OKC Sports Radio 105.3. This is Spring Sports Media Day for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. We'll be back after the short break.
Great job, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. I'm Jay Swick. We are live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMB. We're streaming video straight to your mobile device on YouTube, PPBC TV. Hope everyone's tuning in and enjoyed what we've brought to you today. We've gotten to know a lot of really bright athletes and some talented baseball players and esports players, and we've got tennis and golf and a whole lot coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. Couldn't be here without the help of our sponsors, CCCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. In front of me, I've got the Northwest Classen Knights baseball team. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good. How about yourself?
How excited are we about this season here? It's right around the corner. We excited?
Yes, sir. We're pretty excited.
Let me introduce these fellas. Coach Michael Hansen is the head coach of the baseball team. We've got Adrian Vargas, Ulysses Villegas Gutierrez, and Jaden Mayfield, all representing the Northwest Classen Knights. Coach, talk to me about your baseball program and also about these three athletes that you've brought along with you as representatives.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say thanks for having us on. We're happy to be here. The group that we've got this year is a great group of guys. We work really hard. We've been working very hard all fall long. We do all the small things. We do all the big things. We hit it from the start to the end. We've been progressing from the very beginning of fall, getting better every single day. I've got a great group of boys, pretty good behavior on a daily basis, great effort, and some really great personalities, especially these three guys next to me. I wouldn't want to be here with anyone else. These are some great group of guys right here.
That's high praise from your coach, Adrian. What's it like playing for Coach Hansen, and what position do you play?
Well, Coach Hansen is a great coach. I'm glad to have him, especially for my last year. It's great for him to lead us to another great season for Northwest, and I play first base.
Yeah. Do you enjoy playing first base or being at the plate more, which is more satisfying?
A little bit of both. I think I enjoy playing first base more. Having to get everybody out. Just.
Ulysses, talk to me about yourself as a baseball player. What position do you play?
I play second base, and I'm also a pitcher.
Okay. Which one do you enjoy doing more?
Honestly, I love being a pitcher. I like throwing my fastball and my curveball.
What is it about being on the mound, having all the attention? When you're up there you've got bases loaded, full count.
Yeah.
How do you kind of take on a situation like that, a scenario like that?
I just stay focused, stay calm, and just throw it and make a play.
There you go. Jaden Mayfield, what position do you play, and what do you love most about being a Northwest Classen Knight baseball player?
Sir, I play shortstop, third base, and I'm a right-hand pitcher. And I love playing on Northwest Classen, all of my teammates, just building great friendships and bonds with all of them. We have a great coaching staff, just having fun is like the main thing. It's all like a kid's game, so just having fun alongside all my brothers and stuff. So I say I enjoy very much playing on this team.
Well, I mean, I can tell. You mentioned your brothers. Talk about that team chemistry.
And yeah, we're good.
Adrian, is that something that you feel like this team is capable of doing, is winning the ACAC this year?
Yeah, I mean, the last time we won it was my freshman year. And, a lot of people say history repeats itself. And so since it's my last year, I'm just hoping to get another banner hung up in our locker room.
Coach, do you feel like this group is not only talented enough but has the work ethic required to win something like that?
Oh, yeah. I absolutely believe that we're going to win the ACAC. I know that we're going to challenge every team that we can face in the OKCPS and all the other teams that we'll face across the state. I've got, like I said, a bunch of guys who have great work ethic. They all love baseball just as much as I do, and I think we're poised for a very strong and successful season.
How long have you been the head coach of Northwest?
This is my first year.
Okay. Well, so far in the amount of time that you spent, what comes to mind? What is something people need to know about this group that you've got. Now, you still haven't exactly started the season as far as first game, but you have been practicing and getting to know this team. What makes them unique?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, we've been practicing since the beginning of fall. We have a fall season, so our work ethic, that's really our main thing, is work ethic and poise. We are out there to make a name for ourselves, and we're ready to win some games this season.
What is it about the game that you love, Adrian? Why do you play? What is it about baseball that keeps you coming back for more?
It's just fun. Being with a group of guys, especially with these guys right here. I mean, it's like coming to work every day with a crew you like working with. I mean, they make it fun. They make it very entertaining, and it's just a fun game. It's a kid's game at the end of the day, so there's always highs and lows, but it's just fun to. It's all about the family that we built. So.
Yeah, do you feel the same way, Ulysses? What is it about the game of baseball that you enjoy playing the most?
Of course. It's the same way as Adrian says. I love this team, and just as he says, yeah.
Now, are you inspired by other baseball players, maybe at the major league level, that you try to model your game after?
Honestly, I'm inspired from Mike Trout or Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Altuve is really good. What about you, Jaden?
My favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper, and my favorite, the one that I look up to and style my game off of is Ozzie Smith. He's pretty old, but I play shortstop, and he's my favorite shortstop of all time. But hitting wise, because that's where I'm my forte. I love hitting, and I look up to Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper because those are my favorite hitters.
Yeah, what comes to mind when you go to the plate? And especially if a big moment, like you've got runners in scoring position and you're down by one, what goes through your mind in that moment?
Honestly, nothing. I have no weight on my shoulders. I mean, it's the same if it was the first at bat of the game or the last at bat of the game. I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna show who I am, and I'm gonna make the pitcher regret throwing the pitch. So,
what year in school are you guys?
I'm class of 2027. I'm a junior.
Okay, you're a junior.
I'm in the 12th grade, sir.
Okay, so this is going to be your last year. What are you trying to get out of this year and your final year as a Northwest class of night?
And just trying to win the ACAC and make it a state.
Just trying to have fun. Just to enjoy the last moments I have playing in high school baseball.
Now you've been with the program for quite a while. What's been your best moment, Adrian, when you look back on your career?
Like I said, my freshman year, winning ACAC, or even goes back to last year in ACAC. It was my birthday during the first round of it in semifinals, and we beat Southeast to make it to the championship game.
Okay.
So that was probably those two were definitely my best moments I had.
Yeah, well, that's really interesting. And Coach, I'm pretty enamored with this group. It seems like they're passionate. I think when you're coaching a baseball team, you've got to have a team that is motivated and that wants to achieve something that's difficult to achieve. Do you feel like you have this group? In this group?
Like I said, we are a very driven group. We're definitely a family out there every single day, acting like a family. And we are ready to get some wins this season, and I'm ready to lead this team to some victories. Like I said, I'm inexperienced since this is my first year, but I feel like I've molded very well with these guys, building relationships as well as building skills. And I think we're ready to take that next step and hopefully get back to, like Adrian said, back to his freshman year and pull back that trophy.
Now, what's been the biggest challenge for you coming in as the new head coach of an experienced team, guys that have played baseball together already? What was kind of your objective early on to make them better?
Yeah. I think baseball skills aside, developing relationships is really the key. And with this being my first year teaching and coaching, it's kind of a new foreground for me. But I feel like we've been developing those relationships well, and we're excited to get this thing started. These guys are, I'm pretty young, but these guys are like my kids, and I really treat them that way. And they're really important to me, so we're ready to do this thing.
Now, obviously, when you win games, or you make a play at the plate, or you hit an RBI, you find success, and I think success is much easier to deal with than failure. What's been some of the lessons that you guys have learned throughout your career, not when you succeed but when you fail? How do you use that to become better going forward?
Well, I use that just as, sometimes you could always fall, and you could always get up.
Yeah.
And one best way to, to rise up, just put your mindset like, oh, I'm trying to accomplish that, and, just rise up from there.
Yeah, as he was saying, not achieving goals is just one step in the line. As long as we're growing and we're getting better, we're going to ultimately reach our goal. So we just got to keep stepping up day by day.
Adrian, being a senior, what's it mean to you to wear that purple and gold, man, and to be a Northwest class tonight? You got to be proud.
Yeah, been here for 4 years now. It's really something that you got to be proud of. A lot of great people have come out through this school, through this program. Me being a multi-sport athlete, it just means a lot to wear this jersey and also that football jersey too, just to rep something greater than myself, just to rep this school.
Well, and also you believe do you play football too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you made the playoffs this year.
That's
something that hadn't been done in a while, and to get to that level, I think that's pretty cool. Jaden, you've still got a year left, but what do you kind of want to? How do you envision these? This year, your junior year, and then your senior year. What's that look like to you as far as some goals and aspirations that you've set for yourself as a baseball player?
My biggest goal and that I have for myself, that I've always had for myself, is get on the radar to college coaches and make it far, make it somewhere where my name's everywhere. I just want to be something big, and I know I have the skills and the mindset and the ability to do that. So I'm looking forward to having a breakout season. I had a good sophomore season. I had a pretty decent freshman season. I'm looking forward to have the best season this year. And next year I'm ready to just carry on and get on the radar with college coaches and find my home for my next school.
Well, I just listening to you talk, you make me a believer, and I think if you believe in yourself, you can get to that point.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of collegiate baseball programs out there that are looking for talent. And Coach, I think he got one here.
I absolutely do. I think every one of these boys is due for some success, whether that's on the baseball field or off the baseball field. Like I said, they're all great with work ethic. They all show good attitude, and they're all driven, have goals, and I think they're going to make it wherever they're looking to go.
First game, where is it?
Our first game's at home against Norman North, but we start scrimmages this week against Millwood tomorrow.
Very good. Very good. Northwest Class of Knights baseball team, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and representing your school and your program. You're a bright bunch of baseball players, and I look forward to following you along this season. I hope you can stay healthy, but I hope you guys can get out there and compete and win some games. Thank you for coming
Absolutely.
by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's the Northwest Class of Knights. Appreciate them coming by here for Spring Sports Media Day session for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. We are broadcasting live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, live from Metro Tech Spring Lake campus, streaming live on PPBC TV. I am Jay Swick. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I believe we got the Southeast Spartans baseball team coming up to talk some baseball. So we'll meet with them coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to Spring Sports Media Days here for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics, broadcasting live from Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. Appreciate them having us out so we can get to know a lot of these baseball teams, esports teams, track and field teams, golf teams, tennis teams, you name it. We are covering spring sports athletics here for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. Couldn't be here without the help of our spring sports media sponsors, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. In front of me is the Southeast Spartans baseball team. How we doing?
Doing great.
I'm very excited to talk with this team. Coach Brian Franklin, who is also the softball team coach and the baseball team coach, Shaylee Ritter, and Nano Solis. Welcome. How excited are we about the season, guys?
Pretty excited.
Shaylee, talk to me about baseball. There's only a few female baseball players, but you're one of them, and I think you wear it as a badge of honor, right?
Yeah. Baseball is definitely. I play softball also. It's a very different experience, but it's really fun. I feel like it's made me open up in like many ways, and I feel like it makes me stronger. So yeah.
I think it does too. I mean, to have that kind of versatility, that's a great attribute to have. Do you favor one or the other? How do you juggle between the two? Because there's obviously a size difference between a softball and a baseball. So how do you do that?
I mean, it kind of just like it comes to me. Like obviously, like a softball is bigger, but like they're both like. It's
Well, when it comes, are you a pitcher? Or are you an infielder, outfielder? What position you play?
I play all around. I can pitch, but really my spot is second and outfield.
Okay. What about you, Nana? What is it about being a baseball player at Southeast that is so special to you?
It's amazing. I've been here all 4 years. I just love playing the game. I love my coach, my teammates, and just like I'm able to like be myself when I'm with my team. And it's
position do you play, or do you play multiple positions?
Multiple. I can play center, left field, pitcher. I'm working on shortstop and third base.
Okay, all right. Coach Frank, your baseball program, do you do softball in the spring as well, or is it just baseball?
No, it's just baseball.
Okay.
We do softball in the fall, baseball in the spring.
Okay, talk to me about these two athletes that you've brought to represent Southeast. I'm sure you could bring whoever you wanted, but you chose these two athletes to come and represent. Why?
Well, both of them have shown remarkable growth over the time that they've played for me. Nano, I remember him as a freshman. He has grown by leaps and bounds into the role of leader, one of the leaders of this team, and that's no easy thing to do. You play with the same guys for long enough, and they remember the time you said this silly or that silly. But Nano has stepped up and really become a leader. And Shay was always a leader on our softball team. She's rolled right into the role of being a leader with the baseball team, and she practices as hard as anybody out there. I couldn't say enough good things about them, and very few bad things unless I'm yelling at them for not getting their glove down in the infield.
Yeah, talk to me about the camaraderie that this team had, the relationships that these players have with each other. Is it a strong bond, and does that carry over onto the field?
It is, and it does carry over. We recently had a cookout that was all team sponsored, no coaches sponsored. They decided what the menu was. They cooked it. They fed everybody. That's the kind of the spirit of this team. They want to grow together. They want to spend their time together, and they want to engage in learning the sport together, which is, you can't ask for anything more as a coach.
I think that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. I love to hear that. That's my favorite thing about sports in general, is just the relationships that you have with the teammates and the people that you go to compete with, and I think that's important. Shay, what is it? What are some goals and aspirations that you have for this team, but also for yourself as a baseball player in the spring?
Well, one of my biggest goals right now is I really want us to win ACAC, because for softball we won Turnpike 44, so I just want to carry that over into baseball, and I just hope that we have a good season and just keep growing as a team and just keep connecting. And just for myself, I just want to get better and better every day, and yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. I'll take it a step further. What do you feel like your strengths are as a baseball player? What are some things that you're trying to work on?
I think one of my strengths are just like, after making a mistake, like I know how to like just clear my head afterwards and forget about it. Goldfish memory, as Coach says. And just something I need to work on is probably just keeping my glove down.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think that the fact that you recognize the mentality of, okay, controlling what you can control. You can't change it past. You make a mistake, you learn from it, you go forward. You got to let it go. I think that's a great attribute to have. No, let me ask you about the same question to you, is because this is year 4 for you. How do you feel like you've evolved as a baseball player from freshman to now? I know Coach was speaking very, very highly of you, but what's been your experience these past 4 years been like for you?
I think just continuing to grow. Going into my freshman year, I wasn't really a good player. I couldn't really throw a ball. I had trouble catching the ball in the outfield, but just putting the time and the work in with my teammates just helped me grow, them being there for me. And
Do you have a favorite moment so far? Maybe it's yet to come, but like when you look back on your career, what comes to mind?
I say Capitol Hill last year. I made a diving catch to end the game. It was 2 outs. I just went for the ball and I just caught it.
Coach, do you remember that play?
Oh, yeah. I remember it very well.
That was a Sports
and
Center.
we were all excited about it.
That's pretty impressive. Shay, what's been some of your favorite moments? You're such an athletic young lady, and playing multiple positions, different sports. What's been your favorite sports moment at Southeast over these years?
For baseball, my favorite memory is just like getting to meet new people. Like I met Nano last year. I never knew him, and he's honestly a really cool person. And same for the other boys. Like they're really cool, and I would have never met them if it wasn't for baseball. But one of like my favorite all-time memories is winning the Turnpike 44 for softball 2 years in a row.
That's impressive. Golly. Coach, talk to me about Shay a little bit more. I mean, you to be the coach of the softball team, and then you need some more help on the baseball side. Did you come to Shay and say, you know what, I think you can play both? How did that come to
I think
fruition?
maybe the first year I said, Shay, you need to come out and try this. This year, Shay came to me and said, I'm playing. I said, okay, that's great. Shay is just one of those kinds of athletes who takes on any challenge. I coach just as hard in one sport as I do the other. I've been called an old soul coach, and that's kind of who I am. And Shay can tell you I don't make any differentiation between my female athletes and my male athletes. They're both capable of more than they think they are, and they have the opportunity with our program to show that.
God bless you, Coach Franklin. I love that. I really do. That means something to me. No. Talk to me about your experience with Coach Franklin and some of the memories that you've had working under him.
It's been really cool. It's been a great 4 years. He was my assistant coach going into freshman year, and then he became the head coach. And I was really excited because he developed me a lot, and I was just able to be his player. And
now, do you model your game after? Are you inspired by any professional or collegiate baseball players that you want to try and model your game after?
So one of my teammates last year had told me I have a similar game to Pete Crow Armstrong. He played for the Chicago Cubs.
I'm familiar.
He's fast, and I like base running. So
Yeah, that you just, Coach, he kind of comes off as like a versatile player. It can do every base running, hitting, outfield, infield, whatever you need him to be. Is he kind of that Swiss Army knife for you in this team?
He absolutely is. I mean, Nano will go in any position I put him in. He'll perform in that position. He'll do it without any grimacing. It's his attitude, I believe, is if that helps the team, that's what I'll do. And Nano is probably the fastest guy on our team. And he can get around the bases pretty quick. And so we like having him on base. I mean, that's one of our big things is if I can get Nano on base, I can move him around.
Yeah. I mean, to have that kind of speed is an asset. Not everybody has. Really good stuff. As we close here, Coach, what are some things about this year's baseball team that you feel like the public should know?
And I think I've kind of alluded to this earlier. This group has become very close. Most of them have played 2 years or 4 years together. Some of them 3, but still they've been together a while. We've got some new freshmen that came in this year, which is good for our program. These guys and young ladies have welcomed them into the fold. They've shown them the ropes, if you will. They didn't have to do that, but they're that kind of a team. They truly believe they're playing for each other, not just for Southeast, not just for Coach Franklin, not just for Coach Torres, but they're playing for each other, and that's a pretty strong and remarkable bond that takes place when they start having that attitude. I couldn't ask for anything more. At this point, I don't predict records, and I don't care about records. We all want to win. We know that. But part of my job is to teach these young athletes how to be teammates to each other and how to want to be in this sport together. And I think we're doing that there at Southeast specifically, and I love it for that.
When's your next game?
Next week, Capitol Hill. I mean, not Capitol Hill, Carl Albert.
Carl Albert.
Yeah.
Okay. Come support this baseball team, the Southeast Spartans. Golly, I'm really impressed with you, Shay. I think you are just motivated, talented, tough, fearless, and I just think that's such an admirable thing to be. And you do a great job representing this program. And the same thing with you, Nana. Look forward to seeing how many bases you steal this year. So come support this Southeast Spartan, and look forward to seeing how many bases you steal this year. So come support this Southeast Spartan baseball team, and Coach Franklin does a remarkable job, and I wish you guys nothing but success. Stay healthy, but most importantly, have fun. Success, stay healthy, but most importantly, have fun.
Thank you very much.
Have fun.
Appreciate you.
We're going to take a break, and we'll come back, I believe, with the U.S. Grant baseball team. Coming up next, we are live at Metro Tech Spring Lake campus for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Spring Sports Media Days, and we are not done yet. Stick with us here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be back. Welcome back to Spring Sports Media Days here live at Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. We appreciate them hosting the Spring Sports Media Days. We've been here for the third time, I believe. Very excited to meet this group in front of me. But we could not be here without the help of our sponsors. We really do appreciate them supporting Oklahoma City Public School athletics. It's vital what they do for the community. Shout out to TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedfall's baseball team. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. How excited are we about the season this year?
Very excited. Get it on.
I'm excited too. We've got Miguel Garcia, Matt Young, Achilles Williams, and head coach Tommy Cornish. Coach, talk to me about your baseball program. Why did you choose these three athletes to come represent your program?
First off, that list of supporters and sponsors that you went through is growing, and that's super cool. But these guys are my sophomores, right? And they were freshmen last year. They come in as a pretty good group, potential-wise. There's some pretty good potential with some of these guys. And I could see these three guys here have potential if they work hard and get their grades and whatnot. And we mature and do the things we need to do, that I think these three will have a chance to maybe get playing college.
Let me start with you, Matt. What's been the biggest difference going into this season compared to last season?
I mean, this year I just feel like I have my head a lot tighter. You know, like I'm thinking a lot more and, you know, trying to really get better and, you know, grow as a player and as a teammate, you know, just to, you know, one day have a chance to go play Division I, even MLB maybe.
What position do you play, and what do you feel like is your strengths as a baseball player? What are you good at?
I like playing infield a lot. I also pitch, shortstop. I love doing that. My strengths, I just feel like I can see the game a lot. Like I can learn off a lot of other players better than me. You know, just getting better, trying to get better daily.
Miguel, what's been your experience these past 2 years playing baseball for Coach Cornish and just being a U.S. Grant General baseball player? That's got to be a pretty cool honor.
Yeah, well, the experience is like, so I came in as a freshman, right, and I kind of had to be a leader already, and I like that role because I like just being like a good example and helping the younger guys now since I'm a sophomore, and like help them improve like off of my mistakes.
So you feel more confident going into this year. What are some things that you've been working on to make yourself a better baseball player going into this year?
Well, I've been working on when I'm hitting, not to try to go big, just try to line drive, nice, easy, just, you know.
Coach, are you more of a small ball mentality kind of coach, or is it, hey, let's swing for the fences?
It depends on the lineup, right?
Okay.
And we're a little more athletic this year than we've been in the past. So, and that's something we've been talking about and working on is, you know, it may come time we need to want them to death. You know, get them on, get them over, get them in type deal, and understand the sacrifice and how that works. And we bunt strikes on them, we sacrifice in the squeeze. Just we've been kind of focusing on the small thing, but. Man, hitting the ball on the gas and driving the ball to the wall, that you can win. You can win a lot of games doing that for sure.
Achilles, talk to me about your experience as a U.S. Grant General baseball player. What position do you play? And
I play a little bit of third base, and I played catcher my first year.
Okay. Which one do you prefer?
A little bit more infield.
Okay.
Because I feel like I have not more control, but I feel like I can control the game a little more.
Do you feel like you've really kind of gotten better in the off season, or just up to this point? And are you pretty excited about what this season can hold for you?
Yeah, I feel like I can. I feel like we have a better chance this season than we did last season because we know we've already been in the game.
Coach, is it tough coaching these players, or do you feel like they are a very motivated group? They might need a little bit of guidance to be pointed in the right direction, but
they are motivated.
What's special about this group?
They are motivated. They're almost like Sandlot guys. guys.
Okay.
I mean, they're really kind of close to that, which is always fun, coach. The kids to coach. And honestly, like Achilles, he's kind of almost Swiss Army knife, man. That dude, he can run down fly balls. He really can run for a big guy, but he's really good in the infield too. So, just the mental side of the game, the brutal side of the game is trying to get them to understand that part of it, so that doesn't consume them, right? As young guys, and just understand this is a game of failure. I mean, it honestly is, and you got to be mentally tough to deal with it, and that is the game. You know, that is the essence of the game, and why you just got to love the individual. It's me versus you pitcher, right? You want to get me out, and I need to get to base. So you got that individual battle with team concept going on around it, you know. And if it doesn't go your way, you know, you can't stick your thumb in your mouth. You can't pout. I mean, you grab that leather and you.
I just hope that, you know, we just play better, you know, like we've learned a lot. We have great coaches. Like, this is my two coaches, these are the best coaches I've had. I mean, I've watched him grow since 8th grade. He's got way better. This guy can literally do a lot of things last year I didn't think he could even do. I mean, they're just great. You know, like, I'm just very excited to see what this team has this year. I know that we're going to be better. I know that, you know, it's just going to be an exciting year, win or lose. And, you know, like you said, you fail 7 out of 10 times. You know, it's a mental game. It's exciting. It's like when you win, you win. Like, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Now, are all three of you sophomores?
Yes, sir.
Coach, I mean, to bring 3 sophomores to come represent your program, you must think highly of these guys.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, to take it on the chin and take some licks those first few years, but they get so much playing time and experience. That junior, senior year, hopefully the game slows down for them, you know, because they've got so many innings under their belt, and then that mental side of it, you know, they really start to understand, see, they just become a baseball player, you know, type deal, instead of just a guy that likes to play baseball. So that's my hopes for them. But they're good guys.
Achilles, is baseball your favorite sport?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I mean, what's it feel like for you when Coach calls you a Swiss Army knife? I can just put him in it wherever, and I have confidence in it. What's it feel like?
I feel great that he thinks that of me.
Yeah, and your teammates as well. Miguel, just your start to the season right around the corner. How do you prepare for the first game of the season?
Well, I just try to be like locked into what my coach is saying, because he knows best, and just take every little thing in practice, and like, because every little thing isn't a little thing to me. It could really be bigger, because in the game, that little thing, you don't do it right, and then you have to do it right in the game.
Coach, when's your first game? Who's your opponent?
We're going to open up on 10th, and Westmore will actually be the first one we open up with. Thought process behind that was to get my winter kids that's coming out of winter sports at least a few days play some catch, maybe,
right,
you know,
right.
Before we jump off in that. But that first one's going to be a tough one. But just see if we're checking some boxes on us, right? You know, we're having competitive at bats of the plate. We're not chasing balls out of the zone. And, you know, we are competing. We're getting after it and swinging that zone, attacking the zone, lining up right, communicating. You know, just all the little bitty things that it's going to take. Just keep checking boxes, you know. Scoreboard probably going to lean their way that day. You know, that's just being real. But if we're checking boxes, then we're heading in the right direction. We're still growing.
Well, I firmly believe, just by talking with you guys, you are headed in the right direction. To have that kind of experience.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. All right. We're going to take another break. Come back with Star Spencer baseball team. We're here live at Spring Sports Media Days, Oklahoma City Public School Athletics at Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. We'll take a quick break and come right back with more Spring Sports Media Days on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be back. Welcome back to Spring Sports Media Days here for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. Our sponsors for Spring Sports Media Days, TTCU, Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, ROK Recruit Oklahoma, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. It's a lot of sponsors here. There's a lot of people that care about Oklahoma City Public School athletics, and we appreciate the support. I know the players do as well. I'm Jay Swick. We're broadcasting live on 105.3 OKC Sports Radio. Streaming live on PPBC TV. In front of me is the Star Spencer Bobcat baseball team. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to represent your school. I'm glad to have you.
Thank you.
How are we feeling about this season?
Very good. I feel like we got potential. Very much. I feel like.
Are any nervousness here? Are we ready to get this thing going? I know you got scrimmages this week, and then Monday of next week is going to be your first game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You feel like you're ready to compete?
I feel like we're ready. I feel like we have enough. I feel like we don't have enough, I would say, experience, but like this will give us some more experience. It will show us, so we get, it will get started. I feel like it would start us out. It show us, it would determine how the season's going to go, and I feel like we have enough experience right now.
Let me introduce these gentlemen here in front of me. We've got Miguel Davis.
Yes,
we've got Kelmonte Sutton. We've got Micah Jones. And, of course, Charles Jones, who was just speaking. Very glad to have you guys on. Tell me, Charles, what is it that you love the most about playing baseball for Star Spencer?
Community, first of all. As I said, for football.
Experience with the baseball program, what position do you play?
I am a second baseman at Star Spencer High School. I do like baseball because it was also my first sport. Any other sport I play is really just a filling sport for me to stay in shape for baseball. But I'd say baseball is my first love.
Yeah, first love. It never goes away. It never goes away. Kelmonte, what position do you play, and what's it like being a member of the Star Spencer Bobcat baseball team? It's got to be a badge of honor.
It is. I play third base, and being a part of this team is great. It's like we're a big family. We come to practice, we work hard, we talk, we have our moments, but at the end of the day, we take care of business.
Well, I want you to elaborate about that. You use the word family. How tight-knit is this baseball team, and how important is it to have that type of family atmosphere? Do you feel like it carries over on the field?
It sure does, because if you're one, we feel like we're all one. We feel like we're all one community. So it feels like if one of us messes up, everybody messes up. So if one of us does right, then the whole team is doing right.
Miguel, do you feel the same way? Do you feel like
I'm a pitcher, and then I'm a first baseman too.
Okay, which one do you favor? Is it pitching or being first base?
Pitcher, definitely.
Okay, all right. Talk to me about the mindset and what it feels like to be on the mound. All eyes are on you.
It's very nervous, I definitely get like bubble guts, but it's like I gotta go out there and perform at my best, and try to give our team the, best ability to win.
How many different pitches do you typically throw in a game?
Probably 3 right now. I'm working on some more to improve my game.
What 3 are there?
4-seam, curveball, and I'm kind of working on my sinker.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the curve? What's that like? Was it difficult to learn to throw initially?
At first, but it kind of is getting easier now. Changing up the pitches, the grip and stuff. So I'm working better at that.
Talk to me about goals and for you, Kelmonte. What year are you now?
Oh, I'm a senior.
Okay, so you've had experience with this. You've been a part of this program. How do you feel like you've grown and matured since you came on campus?
my freshman and my sophomore year, I used to not be able to really make a lot of contact with the ball. And my junior year, I tried my hardest to get in the weight room, get stronger, so I could make contact with the ball, you know. Just try to build myself more to do more things.
And Miguel, I know you're passionate about pitching. What's it like for you at the plate?
You know, it's like, you know, it can be good and bad. You know, you got your up and downs. You know, when you throw a lot of balls, you know, you kind of get in your head. And, you know, I try to work on just staying calm and just relying on myself to just throw strikes.
Now, you play for Ricky Dye.
Yes, sir.
He has chosen to sacrifice the spotlight to put the spotlight on you guys. What's it like, each one of you playing under a coach like that?
It's amazing. You know, he's a great coach. You know, he really be on us hard. You know, he really want the best out of us. You know, so like if he see one of us really, you know, if he feel like we got really good potential in us, he try to push us harder than the next. And, you know, he just want us to actually like carry each other. You know, keep one of each other pushing forward. You know, if one is down, get him up. You know, let's not like talk down on our teammates and you know, encourage them.
Kamani, you feel like Coach Dye has really kind of created a, you know, a loving but also, you know, productive culture in the locker room, on the baseball field. Do you feel like you've become a better baseball player under Coach Dye?
Yes, sir. I feel like Coach Dye for sure makes you feel loved and wanted on the field, but at the same time, he keeps an atmosphere of work hard and achieve the goals that you want to achieve.
Well, let me ask you, Charles, and here, but what year are you guys in?
Senior.
Senior, sophomore? Senior. Okay, so 3 seniors and a sophomore. You know, first of all, to be the only sophomore to represent the team, I think is kind of a high honor, because to be around experienced athletes, I think that's pretty cool, Micah.
Yes, sir.
Is that something that you enjoy being? Like, do you feel like even as a sophomore you can be a leader on this baseball team, and you've got the trust of your teammates? Do you think this team can compete for the ACAC title this year?
Yeah, I feel like you can do anything you put your mind to. I feel like we put enough effort. We don't goof around. You know, we keep the morals that we need to keep. That we have enough, you know, opportunities to win ACAC.
You know, Kamonte, I think I might have even asked you this at the media stage. What's it mean to you to be a Star Spencer Bobcat? There's been so many athletes that come through that institution, and you're another one of them. What's it mean to wear the colors and wear that logo on your jersey?
It means a lot. It means a lot to come out and represent our community every day, because our community doesn't really get a lot of representation. And for us to come out and go big and not go home, it really means a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I want to ask, we'll start with you, Miguel, being a senior. What are some of your favorite moments? Is there a specific moment that you've got as a baseball player that you will never forget, and something that you look fondly upon in the past?
I don't really know. I wouldn't say so yet, but I mean, we do have like our good times, like getting wins, like a couple of times in our ACAC battles. You know, sometimes we just come up short, but you know, it's just us pushing forward and just actually trying hard. When you see us put the effort forward, you know, that's kind of a great feeling.
Yeah. What about you, Kamani? I mean, you've had a lot of moments playing a lot of sports, and it might be a different sport. You tell me, what do you look back on when you look back on your athletic career at Star Spencer?
I look back at my first year playing baseball, on how much I've grown, how much of a mature baseball player I've became, how much better our team has become since then.
I think that's pretty cool. Micah, what's been your experience playing baseball? What's been your best experience?
My best experience, I'd say that knowing that I've grown as a baseball player, knowing that, because last year in practice I couldn't really feel the ball as well as I have been. So I see that I told myself that as long as I'm feeling the ball and staying calm, that I've grown as a person.
Charles?
I would say my best experience is probably striking somebody out for the first time. I just tried the position out, and I would say I was the best at it, but luckily that, a few balls made it into the glove, and I was able to strike somebody out.
Well, I think the fact that you were willing to try something new and then found some success, however successful you measure that, I think that's admirable. To be able to try new things and to experience that is really cool. You've got scrimmages this week, a big game at Bethany on Monday. How do you guys prepare? What's this next week look like for you?
I would say this next week, I feel like mentally preparing right now. We want to start looking at film. Right now we're going to work on fielding and batting, really the basics, just to improve on what we can prepare for.
Yeah, Micah, you feel like you're mentally prepared for this baseball season starting Monday with the official game?
I do feel like I am mentally prepared. As long as we have communication out on the field, I do feel like we can win.
Kelmani, what's it going to be like for you when you step up at the plate the first time for the season in an official game on Monday?
It's going to be nerve-wracking, of course, but with a lot of perseverance, you get up there and you know how to control and calm the situation down, and you just get up there and try to make contact with the ball.
Miguel, any pregame jitters? You feel like you're ready to get this thing started?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but I'm gonna be nervous a little bit, but I just gotta go out there and just perform at my best.
Come support these Star Spencer Bobcat baseball players. They're passionate about the game. They're ready to compete. They're excited about the opportunity, and I'm very interested to see what they do for the rest of the season and how they play under Coach Ricky Dye. He does a tremendous job, and I think the best is yet to come with this crew. Good luck, gentlemen,
Thank you.
on the rest of the season. The Star Spencer Bobcats baseball team. That's going to conclude our interviews tonight, but we will be back on Wednesday. We're going to be covering quite a few different sports of different. We'll be talking with different golf. We'll be doing golf teams, track and field. Soccer as well. Okay, so yeah, I don't have the list in front of me, but I know we're going to be really busy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really, really want people to tune in for Wednesday, get to know these players, just like we've met with the Bobcats here from Star Spencer, and support these athletes because they put in a tremendous amount of effort, and they've got a tremendous amount of players that have done their part to help out the many athletic programs that we have here for the Oklahoma City Public School Athletics District. TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. We thank you so much for supporting Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. Tune in Wednesday night. We're going to have a lot more interviews. We're going to interview more athletes and more coaches and learning about their programs and why they do what they do. And go support these athletes throughout the spring sports season. So Spring Sports Media Day number 2 coming up on Wednesday here live on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMB. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later. Have a great night.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.